What is going on, guys? Sean Mourey back it again with another psychological lecture video. I've been really loving these, and you guys seem to really be loving these. I guess like the dedicated fan base loves watching these. It's just more insight about how I think and just tips and tricks that I've learned, I guess you could say, along the way. So yeah, just wanted to come on here and talk about this, I guess you could say, epidemic in the online money, or not even necessarily online money, just entrepreneurs nowadays, or quote unquote entrepreneurs nowadays. Most people claim to want to be successful, but truly don't actually want to be successful. Most people would be much happier and much better off, I guess you could say, with a normal life, a normal house, a normal wife, a normal dog, and basically the American dream in a sense, right? The, 2.5 kids and the dog and the white picket fence, etc. Most people aren't cut out for the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, and that's what, not necessarily lifestyle of an entrepreneur, just lifestyle of someone that wants to be successful. And I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit more about that, because in today's day and age, everyone has this ideology and this, I guess you could say, TikTok rot brain, where people just say they want it and they think they want it, but A, will never get it. And I'm not saying that in a sense to put other people down. I'm saying it just based off of habits, rituals, discipline, consistency, and a lack of a vision. And that's what we'll touch base on today, and basically go over a little bit of each. But most people are more addicted to the dopamine of saying that they want to be successful versus actually being successful. And that's what most people don't understand. Most people like saying they want to be successful. Most people like saying, hey, you might like the cars, right? You might like the house, you might like the jets, you might like the trips, but who doesn't, right? But the people that actually want to be successful have, I guess you could say, this dopamine switch fixed in their head. I know in the last video I talked about motivation versus discipline, right? And they're two different things. Motivation is short-spurted. Discipline is more long-term. It's who you are. You could judge a person based off of the way they carry themselves, their habits, how they act, who they are as a person, etc. So I know we touched base on that last video, but I just kind of want to talk about the dopamine, right? There's a lot of dopamine in saying your goals out loud, saying that you want to be successful out loud, talking about things that you want to do out loud versus actually doing it. Doing it takes discipline, and doing it isn't fun, right? It's not fun to wake up every single day at 6 in the morning and work till 6 p.m. at night for the first 2 years of your life with little to no results, right? You owe the game time. Just like in college, you owe them tuition. You owe the entrepreneurial success game in life. You owe them time. That's how it is, right? In school, it's based off of tuition. In the entrepreneur space, it's based off of time. It's based off of trial and error and failure. And most people, after they fuck up for the first time, will never go out of their way and try again. Most people, they might hit it big once, come crashing down, and never get back up. I know I've talked about that before in another psychological lecture. But the dopamine rush of saying that you want success is different than the long, boring hours of wanting it, of actually doing it and achieving success. You could judge a person based off of their habits and how they're going to achieve this success. For example, I've met thousands of people that are uber successful, that wake up every single morning and are the most disciplined people, and they're so disciplined to the point where they push me to want to be more disciplined. I've had my run. I've made money since I was 15 years old, right? I've been in the game for a long time. I've had my ups and downs. I've lost it all, and I've got it all back tenfold, right? At this point in my career, I've matured, right? I'm grown. I've done all the bullshit. I've done the clubs. I've done the cars. I've done spending money on dinners, the designer clothes, the fucking, you name it, right? So I've seen it all. I've been through it myself. I have probably more life experience than any 40-year-old on this planet. the shit that I've seen, the trials and tribulations that I've had to go through, taking care of my parents, you know, fully paying, like becoming the man of the house. My dad went through stage 4 cancer, couldn't provide for the family anymore. And that's after I blew all my money. I was making a fuck ton of money. I blew all of it, came back, got hit by thing after thing after thing, parents divorced, taking care of my dad, and it gets to you. And that's what shapes you to be a man. You could judge a man based off of the problems that they've, one, endured, and two, are facing, right? And that puts things into perspective for you, right? I could buy a $250,000 car. I could buy a supercar. I could live in a crazy house. I have the means to do so, but I don't, because I've been through it. I know what comes with it. I know the bullshit that comes with that. And I can value success, and I value the money because I put in the work, and I know that there's better uses for it. But being a kid and growing up, yes, the dopamine, etc. But the dopamine versus someone wanting success is different than actually doing it. And most people aren't cut out for it. Most people will go through it and understand, like, yo, this shit is harder than you think it is. Being an entrepreneur is fucking hard. Like, I have 56 people on our team. I manage 56 people. It's insane to say. But most people aren't cut out for that. The stress levels are insane. I work 12 hours a day. Not necessarily 12 hours a day, but at least 8-9 hours a day. I have one day off, and that's Sunday. That's it. I work every single day. I wake up, my body, I don't even set alarms. I just wake up. I'm up every day, I want to say latest 6:30. No matter how late I go to sleep. I could go to sleep. I went to sleep. My business partner's here in town right now. We went out last night. Got back at like 2:30. Up on the dot, 6:45. Right back to work. Had calls at 8. Like, it is a very stressful life. And the things that you endure and the things that you go through as being an entrepreneur is no dopamine. Your dopamine comes from fixing problems, and that's it. The flash, the cars, the dinners, it's not the life of an entrepreneur. It's, if you don't enjoy fixing problems and seeing how good you can get at a certain subject, if you're not competitive, if you don't have that hunger and competitive nature, you will never make it as an entrepreneur. You will never be successful as an entrepreneur. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. If you don't like stress, leave. You could judge how successful a man's going to be based on the stress that they can endure. And that is the most true statement of all time. If you see a person that gets anxious and scared and runs away from issues when things get tough, they will never be successful. Cool, calm, collected. I know it's a trend right now on TikTok. What is it? Cortisol level spiked, right? Or whatever it is. If someone's cortisol level is always spiked 24/7, they will never be successful. It is so true, because it's, like I said, you could judge a man on how successful they're going to be based on the success, fuck, I'm fucking up my words, but this is a one-take video. Based on the stress that they can endure, right? I've been at lows, I've been at highs, I've been at peaks and valleys and everything in between. I've had monotone and, you know, gradual growing and gradual declining. I've been through it all. I've been in this shit for years now. Fuck, if you correlate the time of being an entrepreneur to a school journey for anyone else, I would have my PhD by now. I've been in this bitch for probably 7 years now. I've been through it. I've paid my tuition, trust me. But it's just about growing. It's about being able to find things that you like and enjoy. You have to find happiness and fulfillment in the little things, in the journey, in the fixing things and scaling and seeing how big you could take things and pushing yourself to new limits. That's the only way you'll be able to be successful. Chasing the money, chasing the cars, chasing the rent, the fucking dope penthouses and the jets and the trips, and I've went on these 40K trips. I've fucking driven every car you could think of. I've been to every restaurant ever. I love food. Don't get me wrong. I eat all the time. I eat out. I don't have just water and energy drinks in my house, but I've done it all. It's cool. But that's not, like, once you do it, you're done. Dopamine's over. Fucking back to normal life. Because you'll realize this shit's all bullshit. Go rent your dream car. Go drive it. 24 hours. I guarantee you by the time you're done driving it, you won't give a fuck about that car. And if you still want to be successful after that, you'll want to make it. You'll make it. Right? And that's the difference. It's just like you will, if you're chasing that dopamine of like cars and flash and money and da-da-da-da-da, you'll never be successful because it's bullshit. All of it's bullshit. Chase the fulfillment. Chase what you want to do in this world. And that's where I'll leave it off. We hit the 10-minute mark. These videos are never usually longer than 10 minutes, but look, figure out if this journey is worth it for you. If it's not, no hard feelings. There's a reason 99% of people don't do this. It's hard. It's draining. You're on your own. There's no consistency or no stability, I guess you could say, in anything that you do. My life can change tomorrow and I'll be fucked. But I know I'll get myself back up and do this shit again. I've done it before and I'll continue to do it. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, DM me on Instagram. We'll pop it up on the screen. It's at Sean Mourey. But nonetheless, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.